my god. Like, hello? Oh, sure. Just automatic hydrate, of course. Would you expect anything less from Oro? Also, just for the fun of it, there's a Vex hiding in the back, chilling in a raccoon onesie. So like,
I'm a whole ass raccoon.
whole ass raccoon. So yeah, she's back there doing a thing, dancing along. It's great.
And now I'm gone.
And now I'm gone. But yeah, anyways, hi, hello. Oro has a hydrate. And then Sun wants a fact. Do we want just a random fact? Because I have several written down here. Do we want one that's a little more grotesque? You get the first option. This crafty onesie needs to make an appearance, apparently.
Oh shit.
Grotesque. Ooh, all right. So this one's grotesque because, granted, while it was discovered by math and not actual practice, it's still funny to think about. So grotesque medical fact. An adult's blood vessels, so like your veins and everything, if you were to extract them and lay them all end to end, would circle the Earth's equator at least 4 times. That, like I said, just to reiterate, that was done by math. So it was like they took the thing, they measured it, and then they equated it out. Well, screw all y'all for knowing stuff already. I'm trying to teach yous, because that was something I didn't learn until I was actually in the hospital. But yeah, it's a little messed up.
What about the fact that men are more likely to be left-handed than women?
You need to shut your mouth back there. I'm right-handed, thank you.
That's not more like. Okay, but like I literally googled strange medical facts, and I love that one of them is you can't get pregnant from kissing. Shout out to the American education system, I guess.
Oh yeah, American education system really coming in clutch there. But anyways, happy Monday. Hello, hi, how's it going? For those of us that were here yesterday, RuneScape is still not cooperating. It is just that game too, because as you can see, there's game audio today. And it was very much just RuneScape's game audio doesn't want to work at all. It doesn't send it to my headphones, won't send it to OBS. None of the things are doing any of the things with that game. So we're playing something else. We're going to go back and run a PC repair shop business, and I'm going to sit here and fix and build computers. It's going to be great. Ooh, Stealth knows that it's very rare for women to be colorblind. Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
No, I genuinely didn't hear you. That's
Stealth says that it's very rare for women to be
You
colorblind.
know why?
Do I know why? No.
Okay, because colorblindness tends to be attached to the X chromosome more often than not, and since women have 2 X chromosomes, they require both of them to be defective in order to be colorblind, whereas since men can only have one, men will present with it significantly more often than women will.
Okay. Well, there we go. So how is it that you and Bean both ended up like that then?
Because I am a carrier, but Bean can only get one from me, so he had a 50-50 shot.
That's fair. See, the funny part about the left-handed comment though is that my dad's left-handed. Nobody else in the house is.
Your dad writes with his shit hand.
This isn't old English. We're not in the medieval ages. But anyways, we're gonna start playing a game and start building computer stuff. And apparently I did not resize this game, so that's lovely. We're just gonna fix that real quick. Little Miss Happy Hap there. No big deal. Just gonna make it do the things in the places. Hey, look, it looks normal. Like you never even noticed. See, nobody saw a thing. It's fine. But yeah, so it says continue. We're not continuing. We're gonna start a new game because I also have not played this game in a minute. And apparently they have expansions for new workshops. What? Ooh, I like this one. This one is nice. We're gonna go with this one. It has an elephant on the wall. Son's mother is left-handed too. Let's go. Left-handed parents. Yo. Ooh. This workshop is certainly new. Tim's red hot repairs. Can't wait to change that. Much skill, such professional. I know, it's great. I'm just so good. All right, Timbo 2000, aka Uncle Tim, has given us the PC shop. Not doing well. No money in the bank. Yeah, no money in the bank. $15 negative. So great. Appreciate it. Don't forget your thermal paste, kids. Funny enough, I actually just rebuilt my PC into a new case. All of the actual components are the same. It's just a new case. But since I was pulling everything apart and moving it into the new case, I actually redid my thermal paste on it because it's been a minute. And it was the pre-applied thermal paste originally from my AIO cooler that I have. So I'm just like, hey, we're going to put better thermal paste on there now. So I actually got like a higher performance one. However, G. Albin needs help because his computer's running slow and clicked on things he shouldn't have. Also, don't click on links you're not supposed to, kids. Let's go virus scan this PC real quick. Stealth is a working ambidextrous. I'm half jealous of that. Not entirely, because like I'm ambidextrous in the things that I've practiced being ambidextrous in. And my job requires me to be ambidextrous because I have to pass to both left and right-handed surgeons, and I also have to pass from either my left or right side. So I have to just do it anyways. We're playing a computer game on a computer about building a computer. Yes, we are. Welcome to the Matrix. There's a glitch. It's wonderful. Also need to update that setting real quick because that got real loud. We'll drop that a bit. That hurt my own ears, so sorry if it blew out any of y'all's as well.
You've sent me down a weird medical fact rabbit hole, and I'm kind of mad about it.
You're welcome, I think. Yearly training on cybersecurity. I mean, I feel that. I get yearly training on HIPAA laws, if that makes you feel any better, since I work in the hospital dealing with patients. This office is going to be so cool when it's leveled up. Ooh, and we can run now? Let's go. They've added so much to this game. That one's done. Of course, Uncle Tim wants to talk to us again. Ooh, he set up a website. I'm going to go ahead and not go to that website.
Don't click on sketchy link, kids.
No sketchy links, kids. Oro with another medical fact. Let's go. All right. So this one, I almost answered with this one to the Delve Deck question the other night of what's something that more people should know. But babies are born with around 300-ish bones, many of which fuse together as they grow older, most within the first year of your life, which then leads to the 206 that are found in adults. because leading more onto that, your femur when you're born is 2 pieces. Your skull is 4 pieces. Your forearms, radius and ulna both are 2 separate pieces, making 4 total bones per arm. It's like, it is wild. You're also born without patellas, but I feel like a lot of people know that one too. At some point, I'm going to give you ones that y'all don't know. I don't know when that's going to be, but at some point, I'm going to give ones that y'all don't know.
So, fun fact that I just learned.
Yeah.
Women are better at figuring out different smells than most men are because the olfactory bulb in our brain has roughly twice as many neurons and significantly more receptors in our nose to detect different smells.
Alrighty then. Okay, I will say right now, I don't like the fact that this office does not have a light switch next to the door. That is a little dumb. But we'll make it work. G. Albin is happy with all of his lovely little virus scannies. Maybe next time don't click on a bad link. We got 3 new people wanting 3 new things. Huzzah. Actually, we'll leave that big. That mean you can smell bitch easier?
Yeah, that's why I picked it up before Rel even got it as a catchphrase.
Didn't you start that catchphrase?
What? Smells like bitch in here?
Yeah.
I think so.
I feel like
And
you
he
did
just
too.
Stole it.
Sen enjoys biology. Great, you can be my study partner then, because I don't. I'm gonna do it just for the fact that I have to. I don't actually like biology. I like anatomy. AMP is gonna be my shit. Anatomy, physiology, but biology itself, no. Fun fact, I failed bio my first time in high school. Passed the second time, but failed the first. So like, go off, I guess. I like how it auto connects this piece, like my PC, to my desk in the office, but it doesn't auto connect all the rest. However, we get to start making notes now.
Remember when you back in my dayed me with this fucking game?
Did I?
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
this
were
game
like,
has changed so much though.
because you were like, you should be grateful that you have a notes app that can be directly responsible for telling you which things you can do to each computer. I had to write it down by hand and walk uphill both directions in the snow. Like, oh man.
Maybe you should not be so old. I can't see your face. I don't know if I'm about to have something thrown at me.
What am I gonna throw?
A pillow? I don't know.
There's too much liquid on your desk right now. That's just
That is so fair. There is quite a bit of liquid on the desk.
okay. That's why it was messing me up. It's like your camera's not mirrored, so I'm like, I'm flapping over here. I'm flapping over here, maybe.
Speaking of liquids, Aura wants to hydrate. Yay, hydration. Sleeping through half the classes and finishing all the classwork in 5 minutes is crazy. I mean, I did the same thing with math, but like, that's just insane. Yeah. Oh, I told you that story, right?
What?
Okay, cool. Story time.
I told you that. What story? What do you
Exactly.
think?
It's story time anyways, because now everybody else gets to hear it. But no, senior year back in high school, junior year I had taken AP Calculus. Senior year I was in AP Calc 2. And I was also extremely lazy. So I was just like, hey, I don't want to have more gym classes and actually do things. So I went to my math professor after acing AP Calc the previous year and was just like, hey,
Uh-huh.
I know that you offer independent study time. Could I have my independent study hour be your Calc 1 class as that's right before the Calc 2 class that I'm in? And I just be like your TA and it counts for my grade as independent study because like I don't want to do anything. I've worked hard enough. I have everything that I need to graduate. Can I just do the thing? Teacher is just like, yeah, that's fine. Showed up to class every day. Everybody in the class did not need help. So I slept the entire hour. It was great. Got a free A because like my grade was based off of helping those that needed help. Nobody needed help. So I slept and got an A. You jealous back there? You.
Did the same shit my senior year. That's how I know we've had this conversation. Because mine was just English.
See, that makes sense for you though. You of course would pass an English class without thinking.
Yeah, like my entire senior year, I helped out in a freshman special ed English course because they refused to take me out of gym for a second time, and I was like, I'm not doing gym again. So I cut a deal with my gym teacher being like, hey, if I check in with you and let you know that I'm actually here for the day, will you just say that I'm in gym? And he's like, yeah, that's fine. I got to go hang out and help out with special ed English for like my entire senior year.
Well, look at you go.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I have a grand total of $85 right now. It is going to cost. Next day delivery. How much is 3 to 5 days? $10. So it'll be $60 just to get the Easy Store, which means we're not gonna go and get that GPU right now for the other client. We will wait till we have more money, because I'm not trying to be in the negative on technically day 2 of running a business.
Be in the negative.
Nah.
No risk, no reward.
Nah,
No.
ain't doing no. I don't need no more bonus fees from the bank. So we're just gonna go ahead and purchase that. And when that shows up, we'll replace that. In the meantime, we're just gonna do the virus scan when that PC gets here tomorrow, and we'll call it good. Because I am a smart business owner. Read A+ for napping. Let's go. Paige was a tech student, went to 2 weeks, rotated every 2 weeks between regular high school and tech school. What was the tech school for? Because like we have something similar to that here. Oh my word, that is a dusty PC. Look at all that dust. Doesn't look... looks worse than mine when I was cleaning mine. Auto mechanic and math. Ooh. Let's go. That's actually similar to what it is that we have here. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head because I didn't personally do the tech school option. But you would spend half your day at the high school, the other half at the tech school. And then they had like AutoCAD, they had like graphic design stuff. and a few other things as options that counted like as credit towards graduating.
That's how I got out of doing math class for my senior year, because I took one of those at my school and they were like, midterm, math, it's fine.
Midterm is not math though, what?
Doesn't matter. They were like, hey, are you earning us money by being a minor and going to college? Are you our favorite little tax write-off? That counts as math. Go learn midterm.
Alrighty then. That is so broken. So broken. Stealth also out here learning automotive technology. Let's go.
I low-key kind of wish that I would have taken auto tech instead.
Yeah.
Like, granted, medterm's a really good skill to have, but like, auto tech would have been great. I just couldn't stand all the dudes that went to auto shop, so I was like, eh.
See, the funny part about that is that I am currently taking my first ever med term class right now, as I've already worked in the hospital for 4 years. But like, hey, it's fine.
Who's keeping score?
Exactly. I mean, it made taking my class real easy because I just already knew more than half of everything that they've been trying to teach us. Like, it's real easy to get an A when you just already know the material. Graduated with an extra science credit because JROC class counted as science, but they still made me take science senior year, so I just took astronomy. Nice. Yeah, I graduated with an extra science credit as well because science was just fun for me. Like physics, a little bit of chemistry, and then a little bit of bio. Like, yes, I failed bio, but like it was the big part of bio, not the easy part of bio from first semester. But I retook bio to actually pass because I needed to pass that class in order to graduate. It was part of my school's requirements. But then I took 2 years of physics and and a year of chemistry, but I only needed 3 science credits to actually graduate because you needed 1 year of bio, 1 year of general science, which was a freshman class, and then 1 year of either physics or chemistry. And 1 year I doubled up, did physics and chemistry, and then the next senior year I took an additional physics class just for fun because I liked it. Son took culinary at tech school. Let's go.
So, sure.
I know, right? Crazy. Who would have ever thought? Shut off lights. We're not paying out electricity. Just pay attention on scrubs and you can pass that class. I mean, pay attention as I'm scrubbing into cases, yes. The last 4 years I worked as a sterile processing tech, which is part of surgical services. We work hand in hand with surgery, washing and sterilizing instrumentation. So with that, we see all of the different procedures as they're booked. So like craniotomy, laminectomy, internal reduction, or open reduction, internal fixation, cranioplasties, laminoplasties, all the fun things. There's lots of words that you learn. And when we stack the cases and see the pick tickets, we see the diagnosis for the patient as well. So you learn more medical terms that way also. So just 4 years of asking questions and seeing the stuff, I learned a lot of the things. Granted, my midterm class did actually teach me new things also, but they're like, I have a 98% A in the class, and the only reason it's not 100% A is because I just didn't do one of my assignments. And that one wasn't my fault. It was the first week of the class, almost 3 months ago now. 3 months ago now. I don't know. There's been so much going on since the new year. But it was the first week of class, and I don't remember if I misread the email or what, but there was an assignment due the first week, and I was expecting it to be just like an orientation week of just like, oh, read the syllabus, send in a little like, hey, this is me memo thing on our class group board thing. But there's like an actual legit assignment that I just didn't do. In high school, learned to work on cars, went to the military to work on jet engines, got out and worked on semis, now working as an assembler for hydraulic cylinders. Let's go, Stealth. That sounds insane. So many cool things to work on. But out of curiosity, military for jet engines, where was the, like, did you not like planes and jet engine stuff? So after getting out, just didn't want to like work on airplanes themselves? Just curious. If you don't want to talk about it, that's fine too. But also, hydraulic cylinders is so much fun. Like, there's that one dude on TikTok that gets out the Big Bertha breaker bar, sits there and jumps on it because he's a small little dude that ain't got no meat behind him to do anything. Sit there and watch those forever. Graz homeschooled in a co-op, did Calc 1, 2, and 3 at a local college while in high school. Let's go. Mom was math teacher and insisted on it. I mean, can't blame on that one. My mom tried pushing me on doing a lot of English stuff because she was an English major herself, and she was on the very creative side. She majored in English, minored in photography. And I was just like, it's just not for me. And now, 10 years post high school, I'm just like, hey, let me write stories for D&D. Did 1 year of bio and physics, chemistry, and advanced chem as my sciences because I fell in love with chemistry despite not having a great teacher. I feel that so hard. Like, high school chemistry, I did great, had a great teacher. Went to college as a freshman right out of high school the first time. Failed chemistry right away. Had a crap teacher, and I believe it is entirely because of them, because what I learned in high school and how it was taught to us and the way that my college professor was then teaching us similar things and then like obviously advancing on it because it was college course versus high school, like the two didn't make sense, and like it almost sounded like a lot of what the college professor was teaching us was contradicting that of what we learned in high school of like super base chemistry stuff. And it's just like, how can I get the basic wrong in the advanced when the advanced is supposed to be like an expansion of the basic? I need to get a license to work on them. Was going to school to get said license. Had to move for family reasons. Close to school is 2.5 hours away. Woof. That's rough. I feel that. That's something I'm probably gonna have to deal with in the next few years once I finalize my bachelor's degree and actually start applying to med school. I'm gonna have to actually find a med school to go to. The closest one to where I currently live is about 45 minutes away, and then the next closest after that is over an hour, and then from there it'd be almost 2 hours away. So like I might be relocating. I'm hoping not to, but we'll see what happens. Sucked at English because sucked at writing. Sucked at writing in terms of illegible handwriting, or sucked at writing in terms of like just couldn't put together a story? Because they're two different things, and they're both valid reasons for being bad at English. Both. Nice. Love that. Yeah. Now, back in high school, the only time I did well in English was when the teacher let us write about anything we wanted. So, like, eighth grade, our final project for the year before high school was to do a research project on any topic. I wrote about the medieval age and, like, the life of a knight going from squire into knighthood and serving the crown. Had a ton of fun with that project, aced it. Freshman year, had to do a book report on some book. I don't even remember what the book was at this point, but it was a story that I had no care in whatsoever. It wasn't a genre that I liked. It wasn't a writing style that I liked. Nothing. Completely failed it. Passed the class. Failed that book report assignment though, which was part of our like final. But then like junior year, I took a it was labeled as an English history class, but essentially it was like you read poetry and like stories of medieval age and Renaissance and everything, and then we had a report due from that where we could pick any book that fit the theme of Renaissance or medieval history or whatever and write a report on that. Ace that one, no problem. And then same with my senior year English credit. I took a God, I can't even remember exactly what they called it, but it was the first year they offered the class, and it was just reading like mythology stories, like the Iliad and like Homer, and like a lot of those. It was reading those and then writing different reports on and whatnot, and like even making our own poetry based off of those in a similar style. Ace that, no problem, because it's just like, hey, these are dope. Gripping writing utensils way too hard. Same. I actually have calluses on my fingers still because of it. Majored in chemistry in college and minored in English composition. Crazy nerd that actually seriously considered double majoring English and chem, except those two majors didn't even have gen eds in common. Woof. Yeah, that's the fun part of what I'm currently trying to figure out, because like I don't need a science major for med school. You just need a bachelor's in order to apply for med school, so it can be a bachelor's of anything. A lot of med school students have it based in science, whether it be like biology is the most common, but like biochem, chemistry itself, microchem, stuff like that are a lot of the majors that people pick. I'm like, what if I don't want to do those though? What if I want to do something else? So I'm currently undecided on a major, and I'm just finishing a Associates of General Studies currently before transferring to a university from my local community college to finish my bachelor's later. So we'll see how that goes in 2-ish years. What cooler does Audrey have? Thermal 100. Aeronautical engineering. That sounds wicked. Is that spaceships or is that regular airplanes? Or both? Martoni ordered. And then can I afford the GPU now? Where's the 970? Which one was it? NVIDIA GTX 970. not even on here. Wants the Sheen GeForce 970. Okay. Gamer. That is expensive. I can't afford that yet. Okay, so that's ordered on its way. That is ordered and will be on its way after I complete the order. That still can't afford currently. So we will go ahead and yep this. And that's going to end today. Yay, early days of running a business. It is planes. Yeah, my brain, every time that I see aeronautical, I think three things. Planes, spaceships, and like submarines, because nautical. That one's graphics card. That one is hard drive. Replacing HDDs. Let's go. Coffee acquired. Time to hang out while driving my truck. Let's go. I drove my truck to work earlier. It was fun. I got to roll down the windows today. It was actually really nice out today. Oh, hey, might help if I actually put in the OS. USB drive. There we go. Technically, just get an engineering degree and basically apply for almost any job that has engineering degree as requirement. I've driven past the submarine base in Connecticut. Nice. I would be deathly afraid of being on a submarine. Personally. I can't remember the official name for it. I never remember the official name for it because words are stupid. But I have the phobia, fear of deep, dark waters. Scare the crap out of me. Don't like it. Will never be on a submarine. It's rough enough just being like going to the beach in the ocean because you don't know what's out there and how fast it's going to come and get you. Too tall to be on a sub anyways? Probably, honestly. Never tried. I know I went on a tour of a old military boat. It was one that was made in the 60s. I had to walk like hunched over the entire time because I did not fit. It was not made for the tall people. But we have another medical fact. All right. Let's see here. Ooh, this one's a fun one. This was actually one that I also didn't learn until I was in the hospital. So if y'all say that you know this one too, I might be mildly upset again, but that's okay. So anyways, the human body does give off a tiny amount of light that cannot be registered by the human eye for the spectrum of light that we can see. And that's dope as shit to me. I actually learned that from one of our vascular surgeons because I was doing an IR case with them. All the lights were off. We were doing fancy green light stuff as they were threading catheters through somebody's veins and opening up balloons and whatnot to clear arteries. It was one of the coolest surgeries I've ever seen. And surgeon was just going through giving us a bunch of details about like different things about human body and whatnot and mentioned that fact. I was just like, that's wicked as hell. And cats can see it. Let's go. All right, I now have $435. That should be enough for that GPU now. Sheen GeForce 970. do 3 to 5 day delivery because we broke. But that too is now purchased, so let's go. And Mr. G. Walters is done. Cats can see a stripe pattern on her skin. I remember seeing that in a TikTok a little while ago too. Which, like, learning that we apparently have stripes on our skin was wild. And it also made me mildly think that I was a character from Avatar. So, like, let's go. The alien one, not Aang. That's not what I wanted. I want to emails. Upgrade to 16 gigabits of RAM. You currently have 2 gigabits, which ain't a whole lot. But also means that we need to entirely replace with either 4 gigs or 2 8 gigs. 2 8 gigs will be cheaper at 140 versus 160. Ooh, make that 120 with these ones. Let's go. And that car, need 2 of them though. That is going to be $130, which we can afford because we got 160. Let's go. So we'll order those. Make our note that this person needs that done. GIF. Purchased. All right. More stuff on its way. We sit and wait. Paige, I know I got the fat stripes. Same, homie. I don't know if y'all can tell or not since I'm on camera now and y'all can see my face, but your boy likes to eat. Food is my forte. I do like the foods, and that one that's not back there because she dipped makes real good food. Has been very delicious. Paige is going to bed early. Oh boy. If Paige is going to bed early, what's Paige's phone battery at? I feel like that might be part of the situation as well. %? Let's go. Dr. Mike is really interesting to watch. I'm not sure if I know Dr. Mike specifically. There's a few medical channels and doctors that I follow. So maybe, maybe not. Ooh, 30%. Let's go. Paige out here with a charged phone and going to bed early. Part of me wants to ask if you're feeling okay. But part of me also just wants to be like, yo, so proud of you, homie. Just tired. I feel that. I took a nap after work. It was wonderful. Watch this utility bill be $32. $48. Yup. Can I just not pay it today? I don't have the $48. Where's my calendar? Because I'm getting the RAM and that tomorrow. Can I just pay it tomorrow? I can't pay it today. Hey, Drake. Oh my God, it's a Rel. Hi, Rel. How are you? Aren't you still streaming yourself, dude? Like, or is that over now? I would not be upset if you sent me a couple Pidge. Or, son. I read Pidge's comment of it smells in here first. Ooh, got off a bit ago. So, speaking of, since you were on, because you were doing Final Fantasy VII, yes? I was watching a little bit earlier before I personally started streaming tonight. Yeah. So, so with the Final Fantasy Fridays that we was talking about last night, doing 14, are we doing that like this week? Or are we starting that next week? Granted, Vex also needs to answer that question, and she not her right now, but like, would like to know, because I'm trying to stream on Friday, and be nice to know what I'm doing. Stevie-O is great. Next Friday, since Manda will be home. Ooh, next Friday meaning not this week, but the week after, right? Like, not the 18th, but the 25th? Yes? I feel as though that is what we're talking about. I didn't skip the medical fact. I'm talking. Gotcha. So, yes, this Friday, no, next Friday. That's fine. Okay, cool. Medical fact. Wasn't forgotten. We were just talking about other stuff because other things were happening. However, did y'all know this is gonna be another yes, and I'm gonna throw something. But the human liver is the only organ that can regenerate itself. You too, because you made us wait. I would, but y'all keep saying that you know everything anyways, so it don't even matter. I did say only, didn't I? It's not the only one. Skin is an organ. That is true. Skin is an organ. Look at Rel. Beating the medical student to facts. Which also, that is wild. That the skin is an organ. Like, it is. But it's weird to think about. I'm just being pedantic. Would we expect anything less? I mean, come on. All right. Here's a weird one. I'll be nice and I'll give the two. So the second one is that every minute, roughly 30,000 dead skin cells fall off your body. That's a lot. That's also where a lot of dust comes from. Every minute. Every single minute, roughly 30,000 dead skin cells fall off your body. Which is crazy to think, but like I knew that there was a lot. I didn't know it was 30K though. That part shocked me a little bit. Dad's pediatrician, so I got a bunch of random medical knowledge and tidbits growing up, mostly about diseases. Ooh. What's your favorite disease then in that case that you've heard about? This one's just done. This one is just done. Hundreds of thousands of skin cells. Yes, there are. There are a ton. Especially when like you get down to the nitty gritty of thinking about it, like just how large a single cell is. Like it's not seen by the human eye. without microscope. It should just be quiet because it was real loud. I can actually turn it up a little bit. I wanted to make sure that y'all could still hear me over the music because it, depending on whatever song is playing, it gets louder and then quieter. Not plugged in. It is plugged in though. Don't have a keyboard. See, you say that it's a solid volume, but I feel like it's a solid volume for this song, and it's gonna change as soon as the song changes, but I digress. But no, I did bump the sound a little bit, so hopefully that's better, because EA sound is just... Audio seems to be the thing that I'm having the most fun with currently. Woo, I leveled up. Look at all the new things. One new tang. But yeah, only one pending job now. Put a compressor and limiter on audio output on OBS. You know, that thing, that would probably work. I've done that on my mic. I never thought of doing it on my actual game source itself. Wild to think about, I know. Yay, GPU's here. Give me the thing. Turn on the light. Also had a really good bio teacher in 8th grade. Let's go. Osteoporosis is the one that you find the most interesting. Let's go. Osteoporosis is weird because it's just like, hey, your little bit of spongy bones is going to become a whole lot of spongy bones. Hey, look, the raccoon's back.
I think everything I need is faster.
Yeah,
Hey,
maybe, possibly, probably not. Grass says hi.
hi. Hello. Why do I gotta get in? Oh, I gotta get real far in here now. Thank you.
Thanks to the bean, we make sure that the door and a lot of its entrance does not get seen by the camera. That's why it's on that screen and not that screen.
So. All these damn caterpillars off my eyeball.
Yeah, you can add to the other caterpillars up there.
That's fine. Dice collecting caterpillars.
Dice collecting caterpillars. Let's go. The dancing plaque, medical mystery more than a disease, but it's so cool. Actual disease, probably sepsis. Ooh, sepsis itself is just like, ugh. But you know, dancing plaque. Like, are we talking like actual plaque on the teeth and it moves on the teeth?
Or like plaque in your veins.
Yeah. Cause like, either way,
Ooh.
Got work in the morning. Bye, buddy. Have a good night, Ral. Thanks for hanging out. Marble bone disease, where your bones and joints get harder and harder. Ooh. I mean, bones getting harder doesn't seem like a huge problem. The joints, though, especially like fusion of joints because of them getting harder, that is crazy. Stop it. Oh, plague. That is plague, not plaque. I don't know how to read. It's been a long day. my head hurts. I had the last 3 days off, and I came into today expecting to be in a certain surgeon's room doing ortho surgery, which does not take a lot of thinking on my end because I know ortho surgery the best. I got to work this morning, and they're just like, hey, you're going to be with an entirely different surgeon, an entirely different room, doing neurosurgery stuff. My brain is not as ready for neurosurgery stuff. I went from having all of the big brain ready to go, ready to do a thing, to having none of the brain very quickly. So it was a day. It was a very long 10-hour day. I got to see somebody's brain though, so that was a little wicked. Because we did a burr hole case today. So we were drilling holes into somebody's skull to relieve pressure and irrigate out some bleeding because they had a subdural hemorrhage. And so we did burr holes, and I got to stare at somebody's brain. It was honestly a little gross. But at the same time, it was so cool. Gotta use the brain. I know. I'm trying to use the brain, but sometimes the brain don't want to get used. But that's okay. Bones getting harder makes them more brittle because your bones are meant to flex and extend. Yes, to a degree. Yeah, bones getting harder is bad. Does make them easier to snap because they, as you said, are not as flexible. Because yes, all of your bones, long bones especially, have a lot of flex to them. Replace a whole ass motherboard? Are you shitting me right now? That's a lot of work. A whole ass motherboard. Harder and denser. Yeah. So, because I'm not as familiar with all of the diseases yet, especially that one in particular, somebody Google it while I'm doing this stuff. What happens to long bone canals, like your medullary canals of long bones, with that disease? Like, does it close up because of bones getting harder and denser, and then like you start to lose capability of producing blood cells, since that's primarily where that comes from, is within the marrow of the bone in the middle? I'm curious to know now. Y'all making my brain get used, because brain's just like, ooh, I want to know. This is how badly my brain don't want a brain no more. I can't even type. A bell needs a dust cleaning and plastic black cables. Okay. Got somebody that can do that. And she's not behind me no more. She just stopped into the room for a quick moment to grab some stuff and dipped out again. She's doing other stuff out there. In osteoporosis, long bone canals, including the medullary canal, are significantly altered due to reduced bone resorption by osteoclasts. This leads to dense, hard bones and the loss of narrowing of the and the loss or narrowing of the medullary canal. Increased bone density can also cause Erlenmeyer-Flasch deformities at the ends of long bones. Ooh, wicked. So yes, you do lose you have a possibility of losing the medullary canal, which is wicked. I would love to see a surgeon try to place a flipping nail in that. That'd be fun, watching them struggle. Erlenmeyer-Flass deformities. I want to look that up now. I'm making a note. I want to see a photo of that now, so it's not even a matter of somebody telling me what it is. I want to look it up. Erlenmeyer-Flass. Because, like, I wonder if it's something that changes the shape of the ends of the long bones and, like, how it would affect, like, your tibial plateau versus, like, your femoral condyles, because they look so different, and what those deformities would do to the different bones, potentially. Because that would be wicked. You know somebody that cracked their femur after having a 500 kilograms cylinder fall on their thigh? I would imagine so. I would also imagine that would also partially lead to a minor form of compartment syndrome on their femur. Because, like, ow, that don't feel good. I actually helped with a surgery on somebody recently that dropped their motorcycle, Bigger Harley, on their tibia and had to have a wicked surgery done on that. It basically compacted the spongy bone of their tibial plateau. So surgeon had to go in, cut out different channels into it, and then put bone implantation cement into it to take it from being entirely crushed and smaller to actually refilling its normal size and give it a little bit of its porosity back. Like, it's not as good as what its natural porosity was, but it got better. Son's 100% down to help me study with bio. Let's go. As soon as I am actually taking a bio class, I will let you know. Fun fact, I have a whole ass Discord for it. So, like, yeah. So my Discord specifically is cut up into 2 different categories, and, like, for those already in it, such as Sun himself, thank you for being there. It's set up in 2 different ways. There's one that's like general chat for everybody to hang out in, and then like gaming stuff, and then there's a second subset in there of all studying stuff. So there's that. So the studying stuff is definitely where at some point I'll be putting stuff like, hey, I need study help. You know somebody that had a 90-pound weight fall on their privates? Woof. Ow, I'm in pain. Just thinking about that, I'm in pain. That don't sound like no fun. Don't sound like no fun at all. Dad broke his left femur twice, both up near the ball socket of the hip, and then broke his actual pelvis bone on that side. Has not had good luck with his bone. Yeah, not at all. Especially essentially breaking the same hip 3 times. So, because HIPAA laws, I'm not gonna ask about it specifically, but, like, I'm curious how close to the femoral head it was. Because, like, you have your femoral head, the femoral neck, and then your femoral shaft after, and you have your on the external lateral side away from the body is your greater trochanter. On the inside you have a lesser trochanter, and it's like there's a lot that can go wrong all in that space. Fun fact, your bones is wet. Yes, they are in fact very wet. Same dude as the 90-pound weight had a hand twisted around a rod by a machine at work and almost got degloved. Wicked. Yeah, degloving injuries definitely are horrid, especially if it's like the reverse flex, if you're pulling your hand backwards the other way. Hello, Miss Raccoon. Okay, bye. Shaft near the top, it was actually the ball socket. So ball socket acetabulum, but close enough to where he was in a body cast for the first break and had a rod and 4 screws the second time. Ooh. So rod and 4 screws, that tells me it was a gamma nail, which is a super weird case. The osteoporosis from earlier, like losing the medullary canal, that rod goes into the medullary canal. It would be hilarious watching a surgeon try to shove something into one that's been closed. I think it would be absolutely amazing to watch. I don't ever want to personally deal with it as a surgeon, but watching a couple of the surgeons, I'm just like, you know, you annoy me. And then just watch them suffer through that and have to deal with it would be great. Would they actually ever have to really deal with that? No, because obviously they're going to go through and get their scans beforehand of x-ray and MRI and everything, and they'll know if they have osteoporosis beforehand, but that doesn't mean I can't be hopeful. I need the 8 gig 24. Right? 8 gig 24? 8 gig 24. Free foods. I mean, they're covered. Don't you dare.
Not for free.
Not for free.
Not in this economy.
They're my footsies. Just kidding. Keep your feet away from me. Fun fact, I don't like feet. I tolerate her feet, but I don't like feet. I don't even like my own feet. Don't worry, I still wash them. Worked with a guy who had his pointer finger degloved while in the military and lost from the first knuckle up. Okay, so that leads into a fun question then. How many knuckles does a finger have? Do you have 1, 2, 3? Or do you just have the 1, 2? I needs to know what y'all think. I know what my medical books say. I need to know what everybody else thinks, because like this is a constant argument with many people. OSHA says 3, yeah. So do medical books. Consider it to have. I'm gonna throw the dove deck at you. I'm glad you're having so much fun with this, but like, the thumb has 2. Hold on. Hold on.
Hi. Yeah. You gotta get that close to it?
Yeah, I do, in fact.
I think you're getting old.
I already know I'm blind and need glasses, okay? That's not the point. The point is, I have a thing over there with bones on it, and that thing definitely looks like there are 3 knuckles on a thumb. One of them is just like buried in your palm, so you don't actually see it move a whole lot. But like, can you get the 1, the 2? There's a third down here. Because there's 4 bones there. But yeah, y'all broke me. I had to be the huh? Adorable.
Love that I literally just took lashes off, took all the makeup off,
Exactly.
did my entire skincare routine, and you're like, look at this raccoon. Just
The muscle means it looks like 2. This is true. Muscles do make it look like it's 2. Motherboards. Need the MTech.
look with no lashes on them. Like,
It's just because you're in the background and your head is already smaller than mine. We gonna fight about it?
no, that's like one of the sweetest things you ever said.
Fair enough, fair enough. 3 to 5 days. Right? I can get away with 3 to 5 days on this. Thermal paste, 3D mark, not worried about that one. PC not turning on, needs a new motherboard, no time limit, not worried about that. Time limit just needs dust and wants plastic black cables. Cool, don't need to order nothing for that. Why is there a spider on my shoulder? Upgrade the RAM, also no time limit. Fantastic. Make sure all those in transit, all those in transit. 3 to 5 days is fine on this. Buy, keep my monies. Bonsoir. What's the spider doing? Background Vex is even smaller than usual. Little bitty Vex. Yes, there is technically a third that's responsible for movement. Then you realize till you hurt it. I mean, fair. That's me and my wrist right now. I don't know which bone I fucked up, but I've fucked up something in my wrist, and it's been hurting since Friday. It's been great. Vex is the best trash panda, and we love them.
Yeah.
Skits is waiting on the watch party. Oh shit, it is 10 o'clock. Hey, look, we ended a work day. So, like, that's all. We'll call it there because it's 10 o'clock. I need to go to sleep. My alarm for another 10-hour day of neurosurgery is going off in 7 hours. So, yeah, we're going to call it there for the night. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out.
It's one camera and forgot to flip the other one.
That was a you thing. That was all you, because I made a comment about it, just like, I don't like how I'm, like, with where the camera was positioned at the time that I made the comment. I was just like, I don't like that I'm looking over here, and it makes me look like I'm looking away. You're like, oh, hey, here's an easy fix, and you flipped it. But, like, with this one, it's just me chatting. I'm not looking at anything else, so it's like, it's fine. It don't need to be flipped, because it's just like, hi, I'm over here. The only fun part was that you're in the background, so, like, it went whoop. But, yeah. But no, we're gonna call it a night. I need to do the EPs, so y'all can hang out with that one and do the watch party stuff. I'm gonna go get the EPs. My alarm goes off in 7 hours for a very long day. So thank y'all for hanging out. It's been fun. I'm gonna be back on tomorrow because streaming challenge. We got day 3 tomorrow, so we're gonna be doing that. In the meantime,
Are you gonna be doing it before the dummy stream?
Good question. Probably. That would make the most sense, especially if you're gonna end up running here.
I don't have to run it here.
I know you don't have to. I'm just saying if you are, because it'll be easier.
There.
Yep. So yeah, I will be on after work tomorrow before the dummy stream. So 5:30, 6 o'clock ish.
Ballparking.
Yeah, ballparking. 5:30, somewhere between 5:30, 6 o'clock EST tomorrow will be day 3 of the streaming challenge. And you're not running the game, right?
No.
Tomorrow? Okay.
It's Grimm's Adventure.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out what we're doing for Tepra because Sparky bought a house. Yay, Sparks. Let's go.
Let's go.
And Cody and Morgan are officially moving in together. So that's really freaking cool.
Yeah.
So they're both moving tomorrow. Sparky's going to be gone kind of indefinitely because they bought a fixer-upper house that needs a lot of fixer and upper. So
that part.
That's taken all of Spark's spoons.
All of the spoons, which is so fair because moving is such a hassle.
Moving is aggressive.
Yeah.
Like I was really thankful that like nobody kind of pitched a bitch about me taking like a month off of being like, yo, I can't.
So yeah. I was literally just about to ask too, who are we rating? And people are just like, oh, let's rate Cody because Cody is in fact still doing the thing.
Did y'all know that Cody let me die?
Again? All right. But thank y'all for hanging out. It's been great. I will see lots of you tomorrow, probably. If y'all can't make it, that's fine. No hard feelings. I still love all of you. We'll still chat and do the thing, but 5:30, 6 o'clock ish EST tomorrow. So like 24 hours minus 5, roughly. And I'll see you tomorrow. Let's go hang out with a Cody now. Because, like, Cody is still doing a thing and has so many damn underscores.
I know.
Like, oh my word. I'm like, do y'all know I'm already having trouble typing today? Why do you got to make it worse? But thank you again, everybody.
God forbid you miss one of the underscores and you send everybody to the wrong fucking Cody.
Right?
Couldn't
Fucking
be me.
wild. Imagine. But all y'all have a great night. We love you. Bye.
See you at watch party.